Hello YouTube. How was everybody doing? Hope all is going well for you. Anyhow, I know I said I was not going to have a video today, and well, I finally did it. I was moving some stuff around yesterday and came across another red Michaels Reuse It cloth bag. And I thought, okay, what project's in that one? Because all my projects sit here to my left that I've been working on, and all of a sudden I come across another one. Well, when I opened it, I realized what it was, and I thought, oh, I got to get this done. Start off with, who remembers when you were younger, you'd take two markers of different colors or pens and use an elastic band and wrap them together and then write kind of fancy so it looked like it was double written twice kind of thing? Well, keep that in mind. So to finish this project, originally at my trailer, I tried to do this, finishing this project, good month and a half ago. And again, you gotta remember, I'm not a sewer. So I don't have a cutting mat. I don't have the little cutting wheel tool and all that stuff. And I kind of eyeballed it originally, and it was horrid. Like, oh my goodness, it was just, you think a 1-year-old went to town with a pair of scissors. It was terrible. So that's why the project sat here for good month and a half, and I forgot about it. Well, I started way back at the back of the memory and thought, yeah, I'll get to it someday. I know I've mentioned it since then, saying, waiting for the construction for fixing the bathroom and stuff get done and put my apartment back in order. And then I'll have my table back in order and I can try to figure out how I'm going to do this. Well, going back to the markers, put together the elastics, I came up with a little solution. I figured I was going to do a similar idea, but I wanted them to be about an inch or so apart, the two lines. So I found a old key chain tag in my Notion pouch, and I thought, you know what, that will space them apart. So I taped two pens to the key tag thing, and thought that's good distance. And the reason I wanted about that far apart was one was going to be the fold line, and one was going to be the cut line. Okay. So I thought, okay, that's perfect. Good length between them, kind of like what I'm going for. So I decided yesterday to finally put the lining in the bag. I laid it nice and flat on my table, my kitchen table. Took these two items, this item contraption here I made, and went down the one side and then back up the other side. And thought, okay, now let's see if I can cut this straight. I actually did not bad for cutting it. And then I had to sew it by hand because I don't, like I said, I'm not a sewer. So I don't have a sewing machine. And I also do not have an iron. And I know I should have taken the material first and ironed the seam line, and would have made it a little easier for me. Now I do have some pins to, when you fold something, pin it together so you run it through the machine. I do have those. Why I would have those, I really don't know. I, again, don't sew. So I cut cut the lines. I folded the inner line to where I wanted the line to be, and carefully took the little kit I brought home with the bag from the camper, and those little tiny sampler bobbins you get with thread. This one was white, and as you can see, there's nothing on it. So I carefully folded it and whip stitch back and forth. I know it's not the best, it probably wasn't straight even. And then once I got it all seamed up, I then inserted it into the bag, and again, very cautiously by hand, whipped back and forth so it went through the pillow casing that I was using as a liner and the bag. And I got it done. And I sewed on the straps And then the button I had to use a different color thread because I ran out of white. But here we go. There's the strap. There's the bag with the button. And it is lined. My first time I've ever lined a bag. Now it's not, like I said, perfect, first attempt. But, yep, I lined it. It is a little loose, but I didn't want to have to do the side seams because it was already, had a perfect professional side seams sewn because it was a pillowcase. But there it is. It's all lined. Now, I'm keeping it. I like it. When I started making this bag, I was falling in love with it really quickly. And normally my bags I would sell, but no, I'm going to keep this one as well. But I like it. I really do like it a lot. But here again is the bag. And I think it turned out really cute. I'm just glad finally this colored yarn I used it all finally when I finished my Wednesday or my Halloween wreath. Now I was debating on going into the corners of the pillowcase in the corner of my bag and kind of somehow tacking it together because it would help maybe hold the lining in place a little better. But I haven't done that yet. I just want to get it done. So I did have a finished project for you. Now the sleeve or the strap, I just did a Tunisian stitch back and forth. Like it does have some stretch to it, but I find if you just do a single crochet, it stretches way more. So I like doing the Tunisian straps. But I got it all done. It's a cute granny square bag. I've seen pictures of these many, many times, and I've always liked the look of them. So, finished! Yay! Don't know if I'm going to be home this weekend or not. It's pay week. I know hubby and I got to go do laundry. We usually go to the town that's where our camper is. It's cheaper. Yeah, you got to drive there and stuff, so it's a little more expensive, but machines are better and they're cheaper and never as busy as it is here in the city. So I do know we got to go do laundry. I know we got to go do grocery shopping at some point this weekend. I got the loom project done that I showed you guys last week on Saturday. It actually, the length I showed it to you was the length I ended. I didn't do any more after that. So I do got to get more yarn out and figure out if I'm going to do another hat or if I'm going to look and maybe try and learn a different stitch. I think I'm going to look, see if I can learn another stitch and then convert it into a hat maybe. So I may have a video for you guys tomorrow. I may not. You never know. Then Sunday is my Head Show Winter Knits hat. And as I showed you guys, I think I got like 8 or 9 rows left of it to do. To do. So we'll see what I have for you guys this weekend. I may be here, I may not. Like I said, it all depends if I'm going to be at the camper or not. Yes, being in Southern Ontario, my husband and I, we still use the camper in the winter months. She's not properly winterized, because we don't have like the underskirt or anything like that underneath it, so the wind does blow under the camper, and we do feel it a little on the floors. I do know I mentioned to you guys the furnace is acting up in it, and my husband thought it was this one part and had been watching videos, and he did take it apart and had a look at it and realized, oh, we've got to definitely do something for the back of the camper, like outside, because bees had decided to make a home inside. And yeah, the Sunday after my husband tore that all apart, I had to kill 2 bees. Like, he vacuumed them up, but didn't think to empty out the vacuum and double check to make sure he got them all. And yet we had a couple bees flying around the camper. Thank goodness we're not allergic to bees. But yeah, it was not fun. And then I don't think hubby got the one part, actually the new part, put in because he was struggling with it. So he was hoping just cleaning it and putting it back in would have made it work. Nope. So he still has to fix that part. So I don't know if I'm going to the camper with him or I'm going to say, no, I'm going to stay home. It's a little warmer here than it is there. So you guys may have me this weekend. Again, you may not. So either which way, have a good weekend, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.